everyone, my name's Tamlyn.
My name's Ruan.
I'm Rachel.
And together we are
the Northern Swlsisters.
Hey! We are back with another video.
We're smashing it right now.
Totally
we are
smashing
filming
it.
some content while we're together. But today we're going to talk about the challenge Sew April Blouse 24. And the reason for that is because I'm co-hosting it.
Hey!
Yes, because if she didn't have enough with So Frugal in March, she's going in for another round in April.
I'm a glutton for punishment. But no, I really enjoyed doing this last year. So I'm co-hosting this with the beautiful Gabrielle from the Cloth Edit in Australia. And last year she approached me and said, would you like to co-host it with me? I know you've got a lot on with So Frugal, but I'd love you to kind of join me. And I've been chatting to Gabrielle for quite a while on Instagram, so we kind of struck up a bit of a friendship, and I said, of course I'll help you, I'd love to. So yeah, did it last year and I absolutely loved it, and I love a good blouse, so it kind of felt like the right thing to do.
Can we remember what we made last year for this challenge?
Yes, I made the Norma blouse.
I did the Marie.
Yes,
I
you
made,
did.
was it the Lillian?
Yes,
Yeah.
so
Lillian.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
see,
can't believe it was a year ago. It's come round really
We
quick.
filmed it in
My
your
house.
Yeah,
we did, yeah.
But this
Amazing.
time we're in London, and we're
We
filming
are.
it in London. But this is just our plans for our blouses. So Gabrielle very kindly said that she would send us some fabric of our choice from her Artlux collection, which is actually a bespoke selection of products that's exclusive to Gabrielle at Cloth Edit for the whole of Australia and New Zealand. So they're milled in Italy, it's Artlux London, and we got to go online and choose one, and that was quite a hard job,
gosh.
wasn't
It
it?
really was.
Yeah.
And we've all kind of chosen very different fabrics again, which is really nice to see. So the aim of this challenge is to sew a blouse in the month of April. So you've got the whole of April to do this. There's no reveal date as such. You don't have to kind of only post on a certain day. You can post your blouse all the way through April, and that is basically it. Sew a blouse, post it in April, use the hashtag SewAprilBlouse24 and tag myself, the Yorkshire Sew Girl, and Gabrielle at Cloth Edit in on your entry, and you will be in for lots of prizes. And there's some really, really good prizes actually this year. There's some new sponsors as well compared to last year.
Amazing.
So we'll find out more information on that as well soon. So it's always worth doing because you could win a prize.
And make a beautiful blouse. And if you're
Absolutely.
a little bit unsure about what a blouse is, I would say go over and check out Cloth Edit,
Yes.
because she's going to be putting some things on her social media which will kind of specify what a blouse is. For example, one of the specifications is it must be woven, not knit.
Correct.
So I know Friday Pattern Company have the Adrienne blouse, which is a knit top that they call a blouse, but that wouldn't fit in with the challenge because it's made from a knit fabric rather than a woven. So yeah, Cloth Edit, Gabrielle will be posting some things all about what a blouse is and how you can meet the criteria. It's quite open.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
And I think Gabrielle last year also did a YouTube vlog on that specification as well. So if we can find that, we'll pop that in the description box below so you can go and have a look. But yeah, basically the idea is kind of nice, flowy, big sleeves, that type of
like
thing.
sleeve details or collar, something playing a little bit with the collar or gathering or like different things that make it kind of take it away from just being a shirt.
Yes.
Yeah, very relaxed sort of
Yes.
vibe, really, isn't it? Yeah, relaxed bit.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
So the three of us have all chosen a fabric from the lovely Gabrielle, and then we've all chosen a pattern as to what we're going to make, and we thought we'd talk it through with you today so that you can see that ready for our reveal later in the month of April.
Yeah.
Who's going first?
Well, I thought it was you, but now I feel like it
Oh.
might not be.
It can be me. I just feel like I've talked a
Would
lot,
you want
that's
to go
all.
first, Rachel?
I'll go first then.
Yay.
Okay, so the Artlux fabrics. Oh my word. I mean, the thing I love about
Good.
Gabrielle is she has just such incredible fabric choices that
She does.
you don't see anywhere else. And, you know, shipping to the UK is really reasonable, it's really fast. And yeah, it was very, very difficult. But I already had a pattern in mind before I actually chose my fabric this time, which is unusual for me because usually I'm fabric led. But this pattern has been in my head for years. It's quite an old pattern now, but I'll talk about that in a second. Let me show you the fabric first. So this fabric that I knew as soon as I saw would be perfect for this pattern is called the, where is it? Where is
sorry,
it?
I scrolled.
That's okay. It is the Sunset Firework Luxury Cotton Lawn, and this is it here. It's
beautiful.
Beautiful. And those of you that know me know that quite often I go for floral fabrics, but I just felt for this pattern that something a little bit more geometric would work beautifully. But this is beautiful. It is such an incredible cotton lawn. Feels very much like a Liberty cotton lawn. Those of you that have felt the Tanner lawns from Liberty, this feels that quality. It is incredibly
You
soft.
can see why it's called a luxury cotton lawn.
Definitely.
It's very different, isn't
Definitely.
it? It's so soft.
Yeah.
I love it. It's
I think
beautiful.
people describe the Tanner lawns from Liberty as buttery soft, and anybody that's never felt them can't really
always takes the mickey
appreciate.
out of me when I say buttery.
I hate it.
I know, but it
true.
does. It's really hard to sort of just really appreciate it, but it does feel so soft. It's beautiful, and it's got a lovely handle to it. But obviously, with it being cotton based, it's very easy to work with. So, the pattern that I am going to make from this is the Phen.
It's the Phen.
It's the Phen by Pattern Fantastique. Can I have my notes?
You can.
Thanks, darling.
You're welcome.
So this pattern, as I say, has been around for a few years now. It's
gorgeous.
a loose fit, drop shoulder, back wing sleeved blouse that is nipped in at the high hip, and it has a few various options with it, so you can tailor it to your own particular style. So it's got 3 different collars and 2 cuff versions. It is designed for intermediate to advanced sewers, or you've got that kind of experience, I guess, and that's probably because it's got very some a little bit more involved techniques with it, such as constructing a collar and that kind of thing. It comes in a quite a good size range, 6 to 26. I will leave a link to it down below so you can go and have a look at what those sizes equate to when it comes to measurements. But yeah, this is a pattern, as I say, that has been out for a few years now, and I have wanted to make it for so long.
You've mentioned it a few times, and I think the back, when as soon as you said back wing, I was like, yes, that's definitely you love a back wing.
I do, I really do.
Really suit a blouse with that kind of big drape on it.
So this fabric I think will look amazing in that pattern, and I'm really excited to sew this up for this challenge this year. It's very different to what I chose last year for this.
It is.
This challenge.
That was very feminine.
It was very
and
feminine,
light and gentle,
absolutely.
wasn't it?
The Marie blouse, with all those pin tucks, and the fabric I had was a Japanese cotton that Gabrielle does, which are just incredible fabrics, but this is very different to that, and I'm really excited to see how this turns out.
I can't wait to see this one. It's going to be amazing.
So what are you two girls doing?
Shall I go next?
Go on
right,
then.
go on then. Okay, so shall I talk fabric first?
Yeah.
Let's talk the fabric. This is my fabric, and I don't think it'll be any much of a surprise to people when you see the colour of it. I loved this the second that Gabrielle put it on the website, and I think it sold out once or twice already. So as soon as it was in the selection for us, I was like, I already know what I'm having. End of story.
So
and it's called the Edith Pink, and it's a Moroccan viscose. And it's beautiful. Again, it is so soft, but it's got like that almost a slight crepey feel to it, hasn't it?
Yes.
I've got a funny feeling that it will be really good from a creasing point of view as well.
Yes.
But it's just the colours in it. I just love that like really vibrant candy pink background with then those pops of like an orangey red. And they are in my colour palette. So straight away I was kind of like, that is the one that is going that is the one that's going home with me, because I think it'd just be beautiful. So I was very fabric led on the choices this time as well, rather than pattern led. So I had to have a really good think about what did I think would work well with this fabric, and I've decided I'm going to go with the Maison Fauve pattern, and it's going to be the Mia. Now I think you might have introduced me to the Mia, because I think we talked about maybe doing it as one of your options for one of the dresses.
It was when we did the
in the
dresses
time.
for the gathering last year. It was
And we
one
filmed
of
that
my
when we were in Birmingham with
options.
Helen and Angela,
Yes.
didn't we? I remember now.
And I still haven't made it,
Yes.
so I'll be really
Well, there you
excited
go
to
then.
see yours.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to make the dress version, obviously. I'm going to make the blouse version. But I was just having a bit of a laugh with the girls earlier, because the description of it gave me a bit of a chuckle. But anyway, it basically says an astonishing scarf collar or a very elegant stand-away collar. So there is 2 collars on this. One is kind of like a little stand-up collar, and the other one's got like a drapey, like a kid's bib. It sounds awful. Like a little, the little triangle bibs.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like that, but it actually looks really nice. And when it's done in the same fabric, it looks beautiful. It don't look like a bib. But that's the only way I could kind of describe it. You'll see from the photos, you know what I'm saying. And on the back, it says it's got a smart, small opening that shows off the upper back, or a more plunging low back that mixes up the lips.
Sexy lady.
Yes, so the fit is airy and the cut flares out from the chest to the knee, if you're making the dress obviously, and the fall is supple as the garment is actually cut on the bias, which I did not know until I read the description last night, and I was like, So this will be the first thing I've ever cut, I think, on the bias.
Really?
I think so. I can't remember anything else that I've cut on the bias, other than like a collar stand or something like that it kind of instructs you to do. So I'm really interested in this. I'm definitely going to do the stand-up collar, not the bib one. But I've got to decide whether I'm going to go deep back or not. I'm still unsure about this, but I love the fact that it kind of flows out rather than being a nice, tight fitted blouse, because that's kind of not the sort of thing that I'm wearing at the moment. And I thought it looked really nice, maybe with a pair of black tight jeans, heels, that type of thing. I think it's going to be really lush. So maybe next time we go out, I'll be wearing something like that. So that's what I'm hoping. It says the sewing level is intermediate. And it basically says that this kind of fabric would be perfect. So viscose, tencel, silk. Can you imagine in silk? It would be absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. But they've also said you can do it with like a broderie on glaze, which I think would be, again, I mean, pretty much any fabric. A light supple wool, which was interesting. And I think there is a visual online that's like a heavier weight fabric, or a very fine denim, or a fine jacquard.
I think the thing is, because you're using these fabrics on the bias, it changes the handle of them so much, so that something that you would automatically think isn't that drapey will drape when it's
I was thinking a nice chambray or something as well would look really nice in this pattern. I'm hoping when I make this pattern it becomes one of them favourite patterns, because it's more dressy, isn't it? I wouldn't wear this out every day with a massive low plunging back, but maybe drink poos and that type of thing, basically. So it's in sizes 6 to 24 as well, so good size range. But that's my choice, and I can't wait. Look at the colours. I love it so much. It's beautiful. Love it.
Absolutely beautiful.
Right, so Tamlyn's turn next. Right. And again, we've chosen really different fabrics, haven't we?
Yeah, so I had a few fabrics in mind when we were sort of told that we could choose from the Artlux range. There was like a couple with a black background with pink flowers, and I thought that's the sort of thing that I would usually go for. Yes. But I just couldn't stop thinking about this one. And it is this.
It is just amazing.
So Rachel loved this one as well, and it was one of her choices, but I was like, nope.
She was like, I'm having
it. So this is called Hawaii in blue, and it's a luxury cotton lawn again, so the same fabric base as Rachel's, and it's just absolutely beautiful. So it's described as a modern rendition of a Hawaiian inspired design. So we just look at the colours in that. It's just absolutely beautiful.
It really is.
So I mean, loved the fabric, obviously just chose the fabric and then was like,
what do I make?
What am I going to make? What am I going to make? So in terms of blouses aren't something that I tend to wear an awful lot, but I do really like them when I do wear them.
I know, when you wear them, you always really rock them as well, but it's just
that I wear on a day-to-day. I think because I don't find it the easiest thing to just grab, but really it is. Just a blouse and a pair of jeans is really easy, isn't it? It's just as easy as a jumper and a pair of jeans. Except you've got to iron the blouse. I think that's maybe what is putting me off. So I should just stop being lazy and just iron my clothes. Anyway, so I had a little look at a few different ideas. We talked about maybe the Anthea blouse by Anna Allen, which I love. I've made once before and I definitely want to make again because I love that pattern. But I've decided to go for the Fibremood Ulima, which is a cropped blouse with mid-length sleeves and a lovely relaxed vibe. Features a deep V-neck, faux button fastening and elastic at the hem. It's very like the Friday Pattern Company Saguaro set.
Yeah, it's got a similar look, doesn't it?
But the sleeves are definitely wider and it's got this faux button situation going on at the front. So it's definitely got a couple of differences, and we just think, we were talking about it before, and we think this will look really stunning in this. And I mean, I might have fabric left and I could maybe even make a little, I don't know, I probably won't have enough for a pair of shorts, but
No.
I don't know, something.
I think
feel like
that with some
something.
high-waisted jeans though will
Yes.
look incredible
I
on you,
think,
to be honest.
yeah,
And
I
it's
think
your
beautiful.
colours.
Yeah. So it's a little bit different. It's not like your typical blouse,
Yeah.
but it's definitely a blouse. So
Yeah.
it definitely fits in with sewing pro blouse, and maybe just gives a different option for people who maybe aren't a typical blouse wearer, which is something that I feel like I'm not necessarily. And I think this is sort of, it's definitely got some blouse elements.
Beautiful.
And I think it's going to look
And I
amazing.
can
in
totally
this.
see you in it as
Definitely.
well.
And I think that what's great about this challenge is that it makes you look at patterns for blouses
Yeah.
that you've never sort of like looked at
Yeah,
before, and
absolutely.
how it can sort of fit into your style aesthetic and your lifestyle and everything else. Because you were saying earlier that you've not made a Fibremood pattern
No,
before.
I've never made it before. Yes, I'm really excited to get started
Yeah.
with this one. It looks like a reasonably straightforward make, and I don't think it's going to be too complex. I can look for some cute little buttons to go on the front.
You know, it's really funny though, because when you see a pattern or you see a fabric sometimes, and then you can really visualise someone in it. I can really visualise you in this.
Can you?
Yes, I
Good.
can. I can see
Yes.
that made, and I can see Tamlyn wearing it,
Me
and you
too.
know, taking the photos.
Yeah,
that she
me
looks
too.
just so
That's
amazing.
good.
Yeah,
That's
I can
good.
see it.
Hopefully that
absolutely see
becomes
it.
a reality, and it
I
is
think
as
you're gonna
amazing
look
as.
It's gonna.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
gonna.
definitely.
It's gonna. We're gonna
Absolutely.
manifest it. It's absolutely gonna.
And I've never made a Fantastique pattern before either, so this is the first time
Yeah.
I've made anything from this pattern designer. So that's going to be really interesting, because it's
Yeah.
always nice to sort of try something,
It
try
is.
something new, isn't it? And
It's good to explore
different.
as well, and like you say, if you're not really necessarily into blouses, to go, you know, we had a quick look on the fold line, didn't we?
Yeah.
Things like that for blouses. It's quite interesting because there's actually a lot more pattern companies out there that
Yeah.
sometimes you're aware of.
Definitely.
And to find something that's just a little bit more different, and we've all managed to find a blouse that represents maybe our aesthetic as well a little bit, and which is all obviously very different to each other, which is nice, isn't it? So we've got very different fabrics and very different patterns, but we thought that might give you a bit of variety as well. So we hope you will join us in this challenge. Obviously last year it was very successful. We had lots of entries and it was very difficult to pick winners, but I'm looking forward to it again, and I'm even happier because my girls are with me to do it as well. And obviously we're going to make some amazing patterns with this fabric.
Oh, look at that combination!
I know,
it's we are going to stand out on the street.
I'm like a rose between two thorns. So yeah, do join us. Pop your comments in the box downstairs.
downstairs.
Down below. Let us know what you think of our choices and join in with the challenge, and we'll see you again very soon.
See you
Take care.
later. Bye.
Bye.